Nihanyang, hello, I am the Dark Fae, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. We're gonna start our investigation now of this mystery body. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. Ooh. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened. Why we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Okay, Monokuma file number 5. Okay, I guess this is now... Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. Let's see what this thing is. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Fragments near the dead body, isn't it? I actually don't recognize this, and I feel like I should. Also, this is very interesting music to go along with waters and insect chirping, and it's a bit off-putting. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Why is there no blood on it? Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this... It's obvious... For the millionth time, that's it! It's the knife that person was holding. The same masked person in a white coat. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... Oh my god, how many times are they gonna fucking switch back and forth? When they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife? And maybe then I... And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Okay. I guess we talk to everybody? Or maybe I'm wondering if I can go to the tool shed and check some stuff. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed, but that's new. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I don't think so. I should probably look into that, and then it makes me click on it. The top is wet and covered with mud and grimes. Maybe it moved the body? But the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. That's the one thing in here that concerns me, really. I guess they're kind of hinting. But the pickaxes, okay, I guess nothing to do. Let's look at the chickens, because this whole time they've been going, there are exactly
5
chickens in the chicken coop. 5. And now there's only 4. I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4? There were definitely 5. What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here?
5!
Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
What?
I knew it was gonna be a clue. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely
5!
chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from
5!
4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. What? Okay. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Chicken coop chickens. Okay, what else? Maybe the temperature thingy? Regulator? Controls the sprinklers. 7:30. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then, if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place after 7:30. Cool. This big plant, anything? Does it really eat people? Okay. I guess let's talk to everybody. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick. I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? What's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figure he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden, or like this morning. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door. So, where precisely were you? You'd think they would have just opened it, because clearly Makoto did not lock his door, unless whoever the attacker was somehow has like an extra key. I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. Oh, thank goodness the noise stopped. That's really bad, isn't it? Uh-oh. Oh god, the noise. I can't turn it down either because the background music's already as low as it can go. It's 11 o'clock right now, thank you? Okay. And?
We're serious.
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement, it was like around 9 something because Toko went to go get the pickaxe at like 9. Because Byakuya told her to be back at like 9:01. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon after. Once I got there, I met up with Hina, that was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Yeah, here. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right, it had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. What? Well, that's a pretty small job. Thank you, Makoto, for thinking what I was thinking. Okay. Now let's talk to Hina. Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, you know, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. I definitely think it was moved. And then it was like placed on in the garden so that the sprinklers washed off the blood, and then it was put inside the tool shed, maybe?
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That's a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. Okay. And then Toko. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Oh, that's it. Okay. Now what? Anything? I don't think there's anything else. I guess we'll look at the body again, obviously. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Oh, tattoo. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. Is that a wolf tattoo? Fake nails. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Okay. Anything else? Oh, there's lots of things. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? That means it wasn't here with sprinklers. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. What? I'm seeing much of jacket. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. What is that? There's like a little cable thing down there. So on fire, the top half, bottom half is still dry, blah blah blah. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Exploded body analysis has been added to the truth. Okay. Anything else? I guess not. Okay. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. It looks like it was like attached to a wall, like a red frame, like a picture frame. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true, was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? Does he not remember that she, like, appeared in his room? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room is with Mr. Fuckface. Simply limit your options. So, give me the key. I don't have a choice. I'll have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Probably not, because he's a dick. Hey, Byakuya. If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it. Later, at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You are the prime suspect, after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Bye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay then, in the meantime I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. I don't know. Well, I mean, the map might tell me. I want to say the rec room, but I don't know why. Or the gym. Good, thank goodness for teleporting. So Monokuma is still here. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Oh, the bomb. Hannah, I missed that. Because it didn't look the same, because it looked like it was like on a rock, not like on a metal surface. I just found something. What is it? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed on every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. And that bomb went missing. And there's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. See, it looks very different. Okay, interesting. Checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. Okay. Hey, Byakuya. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Wait for me. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. I'm not even going to talk to you, I just want to go in. Ugh. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... And it's open. Looks like, yeah, that's how keys work. Looks like it, thanks, bye. Is it completely empty? Oh, there's a diary or something. So, this is Kyoko's room. Yep, okay, let's just look at that. Whatever this is. There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key? The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. Oh, I did not know that. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Like maybe the dojo lockers? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Okay. Anything else? In the room? Bathroom? I don't know. She might have certain articles taking out to dry. I better not look inside. Interesting. Byakuya, do you have anything to say?
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, just thought we might find a clue.
Come on.
That's what you made me take time out of my search to come here. Sorry. Something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Oh. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. Oh, right. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Interesting.
Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets, what could it mean? To look under the sheets. Do you look at the fucking bed? But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? No! Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Mukuro Ikusaba. Oh! Student registry. Class number 78, student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba?
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. It's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and shit. That's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikisaba. Sex, female, the ultimate soldier? That's not what I was expecting at all. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. What? She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as FIIIIVVVE for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Interesting. Whoa. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. Could they be the ones responsible for, like, the tragedy? It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things, as just an ordinary person. But then...
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name FIIIIVVVVE in a place like this. Huh, you recognize it?
Naturally.
The FIIIIVVVVE Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers, but they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that FIIIIVVVVE has already...
Found it!
Whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero.
It's you!
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
What?
Uh-oh, you found her profile?
So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't
come
freak out on me.
now.
I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Our rule violation's really so unforgivable. You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Oh? So you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting?
It's about the one writing all the rules.
The music stopped. Uh-oh.
They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
Wow, it's so weird to think that there was 15 of them and now it's just like a few... misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words...
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed!
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
So there was one missing student. 16, then...
Mukuro, the
Mukuro
16th
Ikisaba,
student, the
yeah.
one they call Watch Out.
16 student Mukuro Ikisaba. She's part of the school life, but how come we've never seen her? So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Make sense?
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Uh-oh, revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with ya. Seriously? Uh-oh. You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but... she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
Uh-oh. What?
Okay, now that's all you get.
So the body's not her then, because we saw the hand and it was clear if that's true. Monokuma might be lying, but... I always assumed she wore the gloves because, like, she seems like the detective sort, you know, they always wear gloves. Anyways. Kyoko wear those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... the tattoo... Wait, but no, Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars, which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What happened? What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Murkuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Murkuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But... because normally they only have one title, right? And Kyoko said that Mukuro Kisaba was the ultimate despair, but in her profile, she's the ultimate soldier. Right? Unless maybe they're kind of like Toko, who is both the ultimate writer and the ultimate murderous fiend. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair, so the body's Mukuro? Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game, or if someone killed her. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusawa isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Murkuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense, then, to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? That's gonna be Kyoko, huh? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if the key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? Huh. So yeah, these lockers that I can't click on. Okay. 6, of course. Oh yeah, because it's missing the little tab. There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of the lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. Gee, and it's also number 6, and the number on the wood block is 6. You understand what that means, right? Should probably use the key we found on the locker. Well, just try it. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock and... click. The locker eagerly, accepted the key and it opened. Arrows. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Titanium arrows? Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It kind of looks like it has blood on it. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain? Because Kyoko has been missing for a couple of days, right? Did she somehow, like, capture Mukuro and then tie her up to interrogate her or something? I don't know.
See.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case, because the Monokuma file mentioned that the body had, like, wounds on it that were a few days old. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? She's not the victim.
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Oh, to the library then? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research? You're talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I want to know how the arrows are related. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Can I just talk to you then instead of searching?
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? Oh, not everyone learns French. I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Fun fact, I took French in high school. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you. But I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. Jesus Christ. Isn't that kind of extreme? Oh. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They've been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe that there was mounting internal tension with the group, and they simply imploded. Interesting.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here, an unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. God, Byakuya really has some issues. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? Ragnarok? said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad gets a tattoo. Would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean... Oh, the profile. Ding dong bing bong already? Interesting. The thing is, I'm like...
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena.
Whoa, Monokuma.
It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial!
Monokuma getting introspective on us?
So, please meet up in the usual spot.
Oh boy.
See you later!
I don't like that we just made the same noise. Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Is Kyoko gonna show up though? Because I'm like 98% sure that like this body is Mukuro and then Kyoko is the one who killed her. And I don't really want to convict Kyoko. Because I feel like if Kyoko has been gone this whole time, she must be doing something behind the scenes. Fuck. But I guess we're gonna start the trial. So I'm gonna leave this episode here. Fuck. So if that's Mukuro, then like where has she been this whole time? And like why would she suddenly just like appear now? I don't know. Okay, this is getting really weird, but I'm really excited for this class trial, so I'm gonna go and play it. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for notifications when I put out new videos. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!